I really did want to be me online because I'm not going to lie, girl. When I first started, I was very conservative. I was very reserved. And, well, it's because I came from dentistry. So, everything was super professional. But I realized, like, I wasn't me. And if I'm going to have a client come and see me, like, I want to be able to be me. Like, I did not start this whole business and invest all my time away
just
from
so
my
you could
children,
be.
my family, just so I could be a stuck-up bitch.
Yeah, no.
We ain't doing that. Like, I'll post a video and either you're going to like it and book and come and see me, or you're going to be like, fuck this bitch and scroll. But either way, I would rather have that than have someone in my chair that doesn't vibe with me. And I will say, I am so blessed that, like, all the baddest bitches in San Antonio come and get their teeth whitened from me, whether they're 18 to 75. Like, because, it's been, like, my clients are the warmest, dearest, compassionate, nicest people that I've ever met. It's just beautiful. Like, it's honestly beautiful that I've met so many amazing people that they started off as clients that I consider friends now.
That's awesome.
And all the girls that come in, they're just amazing. I never have no hating ass bitches come.
See, I'm gonna have to book an appointment. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beauty Bound. I've been talking about every episode. This is our season 5. I'm so excited because this is a whole new season for me. My name is Crystal Rubio. I am the owner of Beauty Pro Bookkeeping, and you can find me at Beauty Pro Bookkeeping on Instagram and all the socials. And I am here with someone so awesome that I've actually kind of been bragging about, and I've been so excited. It's Heather, Queen of the Mouth. And I will let her introduce herself just because there's so much about her that I feel y'all need to know.
Hey, everyone. I don't know how to introduce myself. I'm Heather, also known as Queen of the Mouth. I have opened San Antonio's first luxury teeth whitening salon here in San Antonio. And I also do my own marketing, content, motivation.
You're like
I'm a mom. I do it all.
Yes. Okay. So a few years ago, I can't even remember how many years ago, but you were on a podcast and you did mention that you haven't been on a podcast since then.
Yeah, no.
Back then, it was still just you, right?
Just me,
Just you. Like, there was no big-ass building. There was no employees. There was no nothing. There was still, like, that dream of where you wanted to be at.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I remember you saying on that podcast was the struggle of being able to just run your business and try to get it out there and for people to believe in you.
Yeah.
Now here we are. How many years later?
That was actually in 2023. So it's 2 years later now.
2 years later.
Two
Damn.
years later.
And the growth is insane. It's so awesome. How'd you get there?
So yeah, definitely having people believe in you was hard, especially because it's so new, especially here in San Antonio. Especially being a female-driven Latina in itself, a businesswoman. So, whenever I do post, I want to make sure, yes, I make my people laugh, my followers laugh, my friends laugh. But also I really want to be taken seriously because at the end of the day, it is a business. I am a businesswoman. And it's a man's world, and I'm going to dominate no matter what, whether I'm female or not. Like, I'm going to dominate.
Yeah.
And what I've come to realize is it didn't matter who believed in me. I just needed to believe in myself.
Yeah.
Because people can spot the fake, right?
Yes.
And it's that old saying, real recognize real. So if I myself was not believing in myself, how the hell did I expect anybody else to believe in me? Yeah. No, it had to stem from me. And I think that when I was in that time, no one really knows it. I was super depressed. I wasn't taking care of myself. I felt bad. I had that mom guilt because I was working so many hours. I was away from my children. And I was just pouring everything into this business because I had no excuse for it not to work. Like, I was just like, if it's not going to work, it's going to not work because I gave it my all and it just didn't work. So I had to give it my all. Then I refocused, I reshifted, and I'm like, no, I need to believe in myself. I need to take care of myself. I need to prioritize myself and set boundaries. And once I did that, that's when I really saw the business shift and really elevate and grow. exponentially.
And I think that's what people don't realize. And even I think as women, we don't realize that we always wait for that support or that our husbands to believe in us. And I'm lucky my husband has believed in me, but not everybody has that, is lucky enough to have that. So, but sometimes when we don't have that, we don't believe in ourselves.
Correct.
Or if our parents don't believe in us, we don't believe in ourselves. If our kids are not left behind because you're working hard for them, but if you get that mom guilt, then that's when it becomes like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, are these the correct reasons why I'm doing it? You know? So back then, who was your support system?
Honestly, back then, my support system was definitely my family. My mom has always been my biggest supporter. Like, since I was younger, I have been very blessed. And I think that that's why I continue to pour into other people, especially strangers who come from families that their parents didn't say they were good enough, or their parents laughed at their dreams, their goals, their ambitions, because my mom never did. Here where I was, you know, a child who could barely read. I really wasn't that great at math. I was okay. I could tell her I wanted to be a doctor. She was like, okay, yeah, you're going to do... Like, come on now. I was reading like 2 grade levels behind.
Yeah.
And I just always had that strong support system. So my mom has always been my writer. And then my children think that I'm like Superwoman. And they don't even stress about anything because they're like, you got it, Mom. You got it. And I'm like, fuck, I got it. All right, I got it.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing. Like, I do want to pour into those moms because I know it's hard. And I feel like I've always sacrificed a lot, whether it was having my children young, going back to college, focusing on my career for dental hygiene, and then starting the business. You know, there's always going to be sacrifices and there's always going to be time away. But eventually, it will work out, and it will be 100% worth it.
And I think, like, even just doing the dental hygienist,
that in
shit
itself,
is hard.
Yeah. I think, and I always joke about this, I have not cried, full-on tears, stress cried, since dental hygiene school. That was the last time I probably, like, cried tears. So people ask me, like, as a business owner, a female, like, everybody asks, like, how many times I don't fucking cry. But I think either it was my upbringing because we had a hard life growing up, or dental hygiene school, being a teen mom, and overcoming all of that.
Yeah.
Like, now I'm just like, all right, what's
You're
next?
like,
What's next?
Yeah.
Like, it's not even going to faze me at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I figured this shit would happen.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah. And I feel like, because I know you are a believer, you know, in God, and your faith is very strong as well.
Yes.
So I think in faith, you know that God is going to throw stuff at you sometimes, but he's doing it for a reason.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was all for a reason. It was all to build me and grow me to who I needed to be at this very moment. I get asked a lot if I would change anything about my past, about, you know, being in a situation with domestic violence with my mom, you know, moving from hotel to hotel and hotel when we were younger. I never had like a stable household to grow up in because we were moving and moving and moving. And I wouldn't change it for the world, because now when shit doesn't go my way, I know how to adapt.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not complaining. I'm not, woe is me, this is the end of the world. No, I'm figuring it out, and I'm going to move forward and try to work it out the best way that I can.
Because there is obviously a different way to do it.
Exactly. And I also wanted to show my children what a relationship was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think I needed to go through all of that growing up, so that way I know, like, no, this is not right. It's okay to leave, you know, because I got a divorce 2 years ago, and that's okay. And I did beat myself up about that. Like, am I giving up? Am I quitting? Am I a bad person for wanting different? Am I a bad person for wanting more? And I did feel like that. I did have that guilt, but I bottle it up. I don't ever sit and dwell over it. I'm like, it's all good. Let me just refocus, reshift this energy into something else, but God, honestly, God really just, you know, because in the Bible it says you're not supposed to get a divorce, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, everything happened the way it's supposed to happen, and now I have an amazing partner who I love, and he actually is the one that got me to go back to church and refine my faith.
No way. That's awesome. And I think, you know, I know a lot of people do want to say that, like, that in the Bible it says there's no divorce, but at the same time, which is understanding, right? But at the same time, you cannot sit there and live a marriage that is not fruitful, that is not making you happy, that I'm sure is not making him happy either.
Yeah, we were both
and
miserable,
your kids, at the end of the day, like the kids are suffering from whatever's going on, I know that you were, at least, from your last podcast, you did say how supportive you were, even in the times that he needed the help, So it's like, you obviously tried.
I did.
You obviously tried. So I think God doesn't see anything wrong with that. And people could, tell you that the Bible says this, but there's only two sacraments that you have to go by now. And that's love your neighbor and love God, So you didn't do bad.
No, I honestly feel like this is the happiest that I've ever been in a long time. And I honestly get scared because I'm like, shit, this better not go away. Like, I'm finally here. Yeah. Please don't let it go away. I've never been so happy in my life, like, in general. And I'm just, like, so appreciative. Like, sometimes I will just sit and stare off into the abyss. But it's honestly because I am just absorbing my surroundings. Sometimes, like, I'll be at work and Crystal or Destiny be like, are you good? And I'm just, like, staring off because we're here. We're at a salon. Like, I have my best friend now working with me, and, I have Destiny, and it's just so amazing to see what I dreamed about come to life, and I'm just so appreciative. And, like, sometimes I just stare off, and I'm, like, talking to God just in front of, like, thank you. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah, because it's true. You get to that point where you're like, wow, like, es un sueño?
Yeah, no, for real, yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, oh, okay, now what's the next move? Because, I can't stay comfortable.
Yeah.
So now is like the growth. Now it's just like
the next location.
The systems.
I'm on the next location.
No, definitely. I do want multiple locations. But what I didn't realize is that all the corporate jobs where they have their mission, vision, systems, and all of the workbooks, I need that now. And I'm like, oh, God. I always said, like, I hated this stuff. I hated those meetings. I hate it. But it's needed.
Yeah, because now you're coming to a point where
I need to be a copy-paste. Like, I want to provide that luxury experience for all of my clients. I want my clients to feel, like, comfortable in a luxury setting. And I want them to feel like family, where if they do have any issues, it's an open door. Let me know. If I need to improve any aspects, let me know. But not only that, because I've been doing it for 4 years, I know that it's working because I've continued to see growth, right? Yeah. So anybody that follows me, they need to be a copy-paste version down to, like, placing the bib. They need to be able to put everything on the way that I do, and I need to put it in the systems.
Yeah,
yes,
so you need your employee handbook.
I need an employee handbook. Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, man.
But Crystal is the bomb, and she's like, I got you, Heather. So we're going to set up a day, a training, and we're going to write it all down and get it all wrapped up. That way we can have different locations.
Yeah, because that'll be awesome. And then obviously, if you guys haven't gotten it from what we're talking about, she does teeth whitening. And the reason why I wanted her to be on was, I think when we think about the beauty industry, it's just we automatically go to hair and skincare. But it goes way above that. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond the what we see from just the outside. But that smile too, like, that's also self-care. That's also the beauty, like, people want their teeth to be beautiful, and you don't just do teeth whitening, you do the gems.
Yeah.
You do all the things that have to do with that smile.
Yeah.
So how is it that when you first thought about creating the teeth whitening system, because I know a lot of things went into it, as far as you didn't want something that was going to hurt people's teeth, because a lot of teeth whitening I guess the products
causes sensitivity.
And so I know that was, like, your main concern, and you had a bunch of trials and throughout, creating this product. So now that you have it, and after you just being by yourself, what led you to be like, all right, the salon experience is what I want? Because I saw too, just recently, you posted a VIP room that for me, like, that was so freaking amazing. So what is it that led you to be like, I want a bunch of different chairs. This is what I want.
I don't know, man. I like luxury shit. I love self-care days. I love getting massages. I love getting treated well.
Yeah.
And I love treating people well.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy. Like, you would think like, oh, no, I genuinely love making people smile, making people laugh. And my favorite is when I do see like a busy mom, for example, because if you come in and you get a service, there's a halfway point where we have you swish and rinse out. And it's down to us wiping your face with a napkin so the saliva doesn't go everywhere. And a lot of the moms that take care of their children or that are self-givers, not even mothers, just, independent people that are not used to being taken care of, they're like, oh, my God, this is so, like, I'm not used to being taken care of, down to a neck pillow, down to a blanket, just pouring into other people to not only make them feel good about themselves, but actually make them relax and make them feel like they are important, because everyone is important. And so, yes, you're going to get amazing results, but you're also going to feel good in the process. Yeah. And I think the reason why I wanted multiple chairs was the access to care. So when I first started and it was just myself, I started with one chair, one light. Then I started getting a couple saying, hey, can you do couples? So here I go, run, and I bought another light and another chair. Then I'm running 2 chairs alone. And that's when I moved into CBXLA and started renting my room. And when I started renting my room from CBXLA, they're like, okay, well, do you have time to see me? And I had a couple, and I'm like, okay, well, now I need help.
Yeah.
And this in the beauty room, the beauty world is like a cross, right?
Yeah.
Because you could, these are like the multiple choice steps, right?
Yes.
Like, what do I do? A, increase my prices. B, increase my hours where I'm working more, even more than I'm already working. Or C, bring someone on.
Expand.
So that way we can give that access to care to our clients.
Yes.
Especially people that were rolling through San Antonio that aren't from San Antonio that happen to see us. And so I'm like, instead of increasing my prices, let me bring someone else on, so that way it's no one missing the experience. So then literally we had a small room. It was way smaller than this, with 3 chairs, 3 lights, and we were like crunched. And that's when I'm like, we're going to get another salon. I had put a date on it anyway that I was going to do it at year 2.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's time.
Yeah.
So I started going. And even though I don't always post my shortcomings, I've taken many L's. Everybody thinks that, I'm just like this great business owner that's just excelling and, I don't have any challenges. But the truth is, like, there's been products that have expired and I had to throw away. There's been times, for example, with last year, celebrating our anniversary, it'll be 1 year in September that we opened the salon. Last year in August, our products were coming in, and the FDA did a random search. So they seized all our products, which our products are FDA approved. However, when they seize the products, it is going to be like a 3-week wait because they have to randomly select products, make sure everything is great, which is fine.
Yeah.
However, we were about to open the salon.
You needed that shit.
So instead of panicking as much as I wanted to, and be like, oh my God, guys, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
No, I'm like, all right. So luckily, it was only one set of whitening. It was a Hollywood formula.
Which is your most popular,
my
right?
most popular, yeah. And I'm sweating here because we're about to open. Mind you, I opened the salon 100% by myself. No loans, nothing. I was the bank, right, because I saved. And I was just like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I told Destiny, you know what? We have a lot of our glam whites, more than enough, because, the Hollywood is more popular. Let's run a sale on the glam, and let's promote that, especially to our existing clients, because they don't need the Hollywood because they've already come. Let's run it for the same price as the 30-minute, especially for new clients, and let's just knock it out. And it worked.
Oh, man.
And God was just like, boom. Here's the idea. This is what you're going to do. And it just worked out.
And I think, again, people don't see the hardships. People don't see. And I mean, we don't post about it either, you know? Because at that time, you're also thinking
I'm
like...
not thinking about posting. I'm thinking about how am I going to figure it out?
Yeah. And I think like it's also really cool because we always tell people, you don't always see what goes behind the scenes, because you're so worried about making sure that what you're pushing out is the things that make your business run. The things like they don't get to see the hardships. They don't get to see the late nights. They don't get to see like all the struggles.
I'll post the late nights. I try to post the struggles. I try to be as real as possible.
Yeah.
But there's just certain times where it's so serious. For example, another serious thing. I didn't know when you open up a beauty salon that you have to pay appraisal taxes in the salon.
Yes.
So you pay taxes on the desk, the microphones, the chairs.
Everything.
So I got a letter from the city, and they were like, oh, you didn't pay your taxes. I was like, what the hell? I did pay my taxes.
Yeah.
And they're like, I called, and they're like, no, it's your appraisal tax. So the TVs that you have, the chairs that you have, the whitening lights, you have to pay taxes for the stuff that you... I was like,
what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah, and so since I missed the deadline, now it's an extra 10%. So it's just like learning experiences.
Mm-hmm. And then so obviously your sales tax, the appraiser tax, because
it's Stone Oak, so I go by theirs. Yeah. So what I did is had to file an appeal. We have a date like in September, which I am going to post about this because I really feel like new beauty salon owners should know about these things before opening, right? And, I always have, like, people, when I do post things, well, that's why you should have done your research before you opened.
No.
And it's just like, I had no idea.
Yeah, and not only that, like, people don't understand that as, I think, an entrepreneur, when we have an idea.
You just go.
Yeah. Like, if you stop anywhere in your tracks then it's fine.
I forget about it. Yeah.
So you have to go as it's coming. And then you'll figure out
I 100% agree. Yeah, you just got to go.
Yeah. So I know you have to pay appraisal taxes, but as a teeth whitening salon, what are the permits or licenses that your spot needs?
A shit ton. But the main one is going to be your cosmetic license.
Yeah.
But fortunately enough, Dr. Megna did sign on, and he actually rents a room. So his DDS is tied to the whole salon. Yeah. So his DDS is tied to the whole salon. So in Texas, a hygienist is not allowed to do teeth whitening outside the dental office or without a dentist supervision. That's because the dental board has jurisdiction. So when the dental board told me that I needed to stop, I actually just let my license expire.
Yeah.
Right? I never really 100% canceled it. Reason being is there's dental hygienists in California, Colorado, in more progressive states where those hygienists are actually allowed to open up practices where you could go in and get your teeth cleaned just like you go in for a facial. And they can do teeth whitening and they can do every service, right? And so my hopes was that the 3 years later that Texas would change.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate goal how amazing would it be to go in and have somebody that hasn't had their teeth cleaned in years and be like, you know what, we got you. Let's go ahead, just take these x-rays. I can send them off to a overseeing dentist.
Yeah.
Let's get your teeth cleaned. And then we can whiten your teeth. However, in Texas, it's not like that. So then recently the dental board came to me and was like, hey, you just have your license expired. You need to really pick. Otherwise, we're going to issue a cease and desist on your salon. I was just like, all right, fine. So that was the most heartbreaking thing that I had to do was literally sign and close my license indefinitely. So now there is no hygiene license. It is done.
Yeah.
I mean, can I get it back? Of course, with CEs. It's not like I can't. But, man.
But it's until that change.
It was, heart-wrenching just because I know that I busted my ass for that license. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the part that I'm telling you. People don't see that, And so I know, for estheticians or cosmetologists, in order to be able to do dermaplane, right, you need a medical director. You cannot just do that. So wouldn't be able to freaking just get a director?
Yes, you can. However, teeth whitening is unregulated because it's non-invasive. We're not taking a scalpel to a face. We are lifting stains off of it.
Which is
tooth
not
surfaces.
Even,
exactly.
It's not even
However, I do see how sometimes when it's administered by the wrong set of people, they can really cause harm. So that's why in my head, I just don't understand if anybody's going to be doing teeth whitening services. I really do feel like it should be dental assistants, dental hygienists, and they should be allowed to open up their own businesses because at this point, I feel like they're starting monopolies and they're just trying to cage us, when in reality, I feel like we're the most qualified and we should be able to do it out of anybody. No disrespect to any of the beauty industries out there, doing multiple services. However, this is what we went to school for, right? So I just think it's a little backwards, and I hope someday that Texas changes. But for now, I mean, I have a dentist on board.
Yeah.
I'm really friends with a lot of my dentists because I had 13 years in the dental field.
Yeah.
So I'll get questions like, are you even a dentist? No, but I can refer you to some. No, but I had 13 years in the dental field.
Yeah.
So,
and it's so stupid because, again, you're right. If anybody's going to do this right, is a dental hygienist.
Yeah, no facts.
And that's one of the things that pisses me off about TDLR sometimes, because TDLR at the end of the day is the one that comes up with all these laws. And you're like, okay, but you're letting other people do injections who are not even nurses, who've never even touched a needle in their lives.
Don't they not even have to go to classes?
They could do online courses.
Courses, yeah.
But you're going to tell me you're allowing them to do that, but a dental hygienist cannot do teeth whitening? Yeah. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it's all half-ass backwards.
I think it's the jurisdiction, which I'm not complaining, because if they try to go down to the jurisdiction, I will go to war. I will go to war. Y'all will see a completely side of me that no one's ever seen.
See, because I've been like trying to figure that part out, because obviously all of a sudden I saw all these other like girls doing the teeth whitening.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, but how? Because I looked up the rules on TDLR, and it said, that you needed to do certain things to be able to do that.
So a cosmetologist or somebody with what are the other licenses?
The esthetician and barber.
They're not allowed to do teeth whitening.
They're not, right?
No.
Oh my gosh. See that was my biggest question too.
Yeah, no.
Because I've seen a lot of.
However, if somebody has 0 license, they can do teeth whitening, they can do injections, they can do filler.
That's such bullshit. And I mean, that's one of the things that it's education. I like to bring education. I didn't know that. Yeah. I knew, because like I said, I've looked it up, but I never saw like what the actual answer was.
So the way, I'm just going to drop some free game for y'all. No, the way to get around that is going to be a self-administered teeth whitening. So if you want to do it, if you're a cosmetologist or a barber or an esthetician and you want to add teeth whitening services to your salon, you can do self-administered. Basically, you will use teeth whitening, give it to your client. They will use it they'll paint it on their teeth. You help them with the light, have them turn it on. Self-administered.
No way.
That is how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how other states do it. So in Florida, nobody can do it except for people in the dental office, right? Because there's different states. So the way that people in Florida and New York do it is going to be self-admin. California, obviously, they can open their own offices. Here in Texas, it's unregulated, so if you don't have a license. So you really do have to check. It is going to be a state by state.
That's crazy, because in California, you can't do injectables if you're not.
Yeah, see, it's just all different.
It changes so much with everything.
I think that as beauty professionals in general, we really do need to be a collective and know who we are voting in our state. Yeah. Because if we want to be able to do more, we need to be active, and we need to see who is going to advocate for us. Because at the end of the day, me and you can be sitting here and bitching about the rules, but if we're not actively doing anything or researching anything, we're just going to be in an endless cycle. Exactly. So I think that we definitely need to know and lobby and see who has our best interests. Yes. And from there, come together as a collective and grow. Because if not, then nothing will ever change.
Yeah, because that's what happens. And I think in every state, I know one of the biggest things for me was in California, all nail techs for a while, they had lost the ability to be able to work as an independent contractor inside a salon. Wow. So if they were inside a salon or renting a station, they could no longer do that. They had to work for the salon. They couldn't rent a station inside the salon. They could not, that was not allowed anymore.
Were they able to, rent a room? From a JC salon type thing?
Yeah, so that they could do. But,
it's so much more expensive, yeah.
And, for every, even for like all the girls who were, let's say if you go to like one of the nail salons, right? Mm-hmm. And all the stations there are commissioned or rented, they could no longer do that. So that happened at the beginning of this year. And finally,
did it change?
Finally, they did. So, because it was supposed to change a couple years ago for the whole beauty industry, which come January, I think everybody was afraid because it was going to go into effect. But the hairstylists fought for it.
Yeah.
The nail techs didn't fight for it. And so that, like you said, you have to come together and fight for it together in order for things to happen. Luckily, I think like 3 months later, it was able to change where they're back to being able to do booth rent or commission.
I know. I literally just haven't had a strong hygiene group to help me fight for it. So, I went to hygiene school, obviously. A lot of my friends that were in my hygiene program, they asked me how I got started, what I was doing. I actually put about 6 girls on, and they all started when I started. And I'll just say, like, when they got the letter to choose, they all picked hygiene. And they stopped doing teeth whitening.
Oh, man.
And that's nothing against them because it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary, right? But had more people come together and had hygienists be so strong and go and lobby and say, no, this is our right. We should be allowed to. I think things would change faster.
Yes. It's always that fear.
It is, and it's scary. And I get scared to talk about it sometimes because I don't want, and that's another reason why we mentioned like going on podcasts. I don't want to bring too much attention where it does cause problems for my business,
Yeah.
And it's the scary thing about what I do because there is a fine line on it. And I just want to bring light. We really do need to come together. And I really am a firm believer in collaboration over competition because together we are a movement. Yes. Individually, we're nothing.
We're not. Yeah. And I think that's one of the things also. Instead of us fighting against each other in every aspect, the world does not know what will happen if we all come together.
Exactly.
This shit will fall.
We would cause major waves for sure. I see other people doing people. My clients are so funny though. Some of my clients will message me and be like, "Hey Heather, this company messaged me, but I'm only gonna go to you." Or like, this company's new in San Antonio and they're saying that they're gonna do this and that for me and give me a major discount for a post, but I love you. And I'm so appreciative for that. I really am. But I know that not everyone is meant to be my client. I know that I'm not going to get all the clients in San Antonio. So, I support anybody that has a dream and has a vision. And if teeth whitening is it, I'm not going to knock their hustle,
Yeah, because it's you're there. I think at the end of the day, your only competition is you.
Yeah. It is me. It's me on my lazy days. My biggest competitor is me when I want to sleep in. My biggest competition is me when I have 0 ideas. My biggest competition is me when I'm inside my head thinking that I'm not good enough. That's my competition,
And girl, like you are amazing. You're good enough. Like that the marketing that you did for while you were in Hawaii.
Oh,
girl.
The photos?
Yeah, I was like, that's a write-off.
Girl, yeah, it is. Yeah. But no, it really is. Yeah. But honestly, that was so out of my comfort zone. Like,
was it?
Yes, I had never posted a no damn bikini online. Oh my God. It's so scary to post yourself. Like, I will post myself looking like crap, hair messy, no makeup on, and workout clothes, whatever. That's fine. But like, I feel like you get judged the most when you're like put together because it's easier to pick someone apart. If you present yourself already looking like crap, what are they going to say? Your hair's messy? Yeah, motherfucker, my hair is messy. And like, but it's like when you present yourself in kind of like your definition of a perfect way, people are going to find the imperfections. Yeah. And luckily, no one did.
No.
Everybody was
amazing.
like, oh my God.
Yeah, you looked amazing. And one of the things that I found so funny, it's like, your pictures, you're all posing all sexy and shit. And then all of a sudden, the fucking
wave.
water, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
Yep, that's still her.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, hurry up, babe, get this shot. He's like, okay, I got you. And then the wave took me away. I'm like, luckily, we got the other shots. But, man, he is just amazing. We laughed. We actually have, like, photos of when we first started dating last summer. And we had went to Cancun. He's like, okay, stand over there and take a photo. And I'm like, I don't know how to Like,
to now you're like, bam.
now I'm all like, boom, boom. I'm like, hurry up. I'm sucking it in.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I'm like, get this.
And then because he's also very like hustle mind. He's like,
yes.
right?
He is so driven. He's a man's man. Anything that needs fixing, he will fix it. He'll put it together. And oh my gosh, I literally prayed my whole life for someone like him. And it's so crazy. Like,
yeah.
I've never had someone like that. But yes, he is very driven. He's a realtor. He's a real estate agent. And his videos are impeccable. Mm-hmm. His responses to his clients are amazing. He actually helped me speak to my clients, you know.
That's awesome.
Just because, you know, we get busy in the day-to-day. And when our clients call us and they're telling us about their life, you know, it's hard. It's hard to balance it all. But he gave me so much more insight on how to be patient and how to listen. And so when his clients call him and he's having those long connections, because in my service, I'll see you and we have a chat and then I see you in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And there are some clients that I see more often. And for those clients, it was kind of hard because even in dental hygiene, I would go clock in, do my job, clean, talk to my clients, of course, find out what they were doing, and then see them in 6 months. So it was a shift change on this now that I am the business owner. Like, I am more present. Like, I am going to build these relationships long-lasting, right? But hearing him speak to his clients, have the patience and the insight, I'm like, okay, I needed to meet you because I needed this. And it did help me grow so much.
Was it hard for you to go from doing that and just because you're in their mouth? So, you know, you kind of ask a question, kind of pause for a little bit. And then, but now, like you said, now that you're having to talk more and to have that conversation, was at the beginning, was it just kind of like, oh man?
No,
like,
in the beginning, it was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in the beginning, and you know, I am so grateful that my clients who have come in my living room are, I consider them my friends. They're not even my clients. They are my friends. I can honestly name them off the top of my head. Yeah. And there's like a big amount of those clients that came to our house. And we literally, even though all this stuff was in their mouth, we were watching TV together. The mouth retractor was in, and I was having full conversations with them, even though it was still in there. Like, and they have supported me. When I opened the salon, they all came and, you know, they all got seen again. And it's just crazy to see that transition from the people who supported me in the living room to, like, support the dream enough to see me in the salon and support me there. And I wish that I could give everyone that feeling of gratitude because the way that I feel, everyone should be able to feel like that. Yeah.
And I think, you know, the world is shifting, to be honest, to where people are starting to be more grateful. And and you see that. I know I've seen it more to where I meet someone and they're more like into God. They're more into being grateful. They're more into, you know, it's just a season. It's not here forever.
It's not forever.
And it's so insane, like but in a good way, you know, because you do see the gratitude. And I think you having that gratitude and you being able to deal with all these people, you're bringing something to them too that you probably don't even know you're changing their lives. Because to you, it might be like, you're changing their lives and their smile, right? But it goes far beyond that because you're making them feel like they matter.
Yeah,
you know?
They do.
Yeah. And I think when somebody makes you feel that way, it changes your whole perspective because you're like, oh shit, like I'm not worth it, you know? And I feel like as women, sometimes we go through that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was overweight as a child. I used to get picked on. But girl, I love to eat. I was like, I'm so sad. Eating food. But I would go home and my mom would just like speak so much positivity inside me. And like you said, make me feel special, important, and, you know, and know that it is just a season. And I'd be like, Mom, they were picking on me. They were saying mean things to me. And I would cry every day after school. And she was just there to hug me and just tell me that I'm a good person. And, you know, she used to say, just tell them when I lose the weight, I'm going to be beautiful and you're still going to be ugly. So I am now, bitch.
Yeah, right? You know, it's so funny. Yeah, because in Spanish, you know, déjalas, ellas siempre van a estar feas.
Yes, exactly.
Tú dile que tú lo gordito se te quita. Pero ya los feos. But it's so true.
No, and so everybody's like, Heather, you're so funny. Like one of my clients is like, Heather, it's not fair. You're so beautiful. You're funny. I'm like, listen, honey, I had to earn this humor. I took a lot of shit growing up to be funny now.
Yeah, and I think people because we see getting picked on because I was I've been overweight too, and it's a struggle.
What would you get picked on for?
For being fat.
Yeah, me too.
That was it. It was like you have such a big head. And it was because my face was so chubby,
My face was fat
yeah. And so, or like my zipper, on the Levi's, it doesn't go all the way up. It stays open at the top.
Why were Levi's so popular back then?
Bro.
Those were like the stiffest jeans ever. I wish they would have had those stretchy jeans that they have now back then.
Man, I would have
like rolled it all the way up.
I would have been perfectly fine.
Me too, because it was like, we had the low-rise Levi's that were setting us up for failure.
Yeah, and then, oh man. Yeah, so, it's all those things that but it's like you said, now you're like, yeah, look at me, bitches. Because I only went to my high school reunion for that.
Yeah, because you lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I just want to, so you could see that I didn't stay that way. But at the same time, I was like, it was so like my mentality, and this was a couple years ago, like that I couldn't believe now thinking about it, that the only reason I went was to
show them.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes all that negativity, and I talked about it before, when people doubt you or when people put you down, it's always going to be like you want to prove them wrong, right? And then when you get to a season where it shifts and people believe in you, I think that's more pressure.
Yeah.
Because they see me and they know whatever I say is going to come to reality. Yep. Whatever I say that I set out to do, it's going to happen. But then they have these high expectations for me where
and you're just like
oh God, yeah, oh Jesus, how the fuck am I gonna pull this off now, And they're like, you got it, you'll figure it out.
But you're like, no, bitch, I was telling you because I'm stressing.
Yeah, just a little bit, stressed, a little bit pressed, but it's nothing that we can't overcome. Yeah. I'm a bitch about it for a little bit, but we're gonna overcome it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what are some of the things that you're currently working on that is still maybe not
this damn marketing class? All my friends are business owners. I say friends because they message me, but people that follow me, other business owners, they're like, Heather, can you please help me with my marketing? I want to increase my sales. Honestly, I have basically a foolproof version on how to market and how to post and generate in-person sales. I really do. And it's things that I've learned all through my career, not only when I used to work at a call center, not only when I worked in corporate dentistry, and it doesn't even have to just be about dentistry. Yeah. For example, there's just a little free thing that I'll throw out. Everyone has their DISC personality traits, right? So this will be in the marketing course that I haven't finished yet. So the DISC personality traits, have you heard about it?
No.
Okay, so there's the DISC. So DISC, the D stands for direct. So that's going to be somebody have you ever seen someone complain, a beauty service? They're like, I hate when they're like, how much? Yes. And where is it at? And da-da-da. That is because they don't have the fluff. They're a direct personality. It's not because they're being rude. It's just they're a busy person and they want to get down to the business. Okay. So how much, where is it, how long does it take? They're not being rude. Yeah. That's just their personality. They're direct.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be the eyes. They're going to be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Very outgoing. Then you're going to have the conscientious one asking 1,000,001 questions. Is this harmful? What are the ingredients? Okay. And I want you to think about it as a beauty provider or even as doing bookkeeping. Yeah. You will never have all of that in one person, right? It's different. Yeah. Then you have the ones that put other people forward. Like, for example, a mom. She's going to do something for her children. She's going to do ortho for her kid first, or her husband needs new shoes for work first. And she puts herself on the back burner. So when you get her in, you make sure you treat her amazing because she's not used to it, right? So what does that have to do with marketing? That has everything to do with marketing because when you're doing videos, you're going to have to do those and get those personalities for direct. I have videos for direct people. This is a Hollywood package. It's $245. It's an hour, and you will see 6 to 10 shades. Book now. Boom.
Oh, shit. I've seen that one, too.
Yeah. The high eyes. Hey, everyone. It's Heather with Queen of the Mouth. This is the Salon. I cannot wait to see y'all. The moms. if you're nervous about putting yourself first, you're worth it. You can come in and be seen.
Oh, shit.
Questions, cautious. All of my products are FDA approved. They are CDC certified. You know, they are dental approved formulas. They are non-harmful, plant-based, non-toxic.
Damn, we already got all your clients right there.
Correct. So that's just 1.3% of what the marketing class is going to be about.
That's awesome.
And the reason why is just like, I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't finished. But I know when I finish it, it's going to help so many business owners because you don't have to fake it. You don't have to do these trends. I do trends for fun. I don't do trends to blow up.
Clients,
No, I don't. I do trends because they're funny.
Yeah.
And it does help me, Crystal, and Destiny just kind of have like a little team bonding moment. And we're laughing. We're being stupid. And it's just like a little relaxing. Yeah, it's just for fun.
They're fun.
Am I doing trends to get clients? No. Not at all. Trends are fun.
And you could see it too on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Because right now that you mentioned, I was like, oh shit, you are very strategic on how you post those. Because I would have never thought that in any of them you were selling to me.
Exactly.
And I feel, because I'm the type that I don't like being like
sold.
I don't like being sold to.
I don't either.
Yeah, I hate it. Like if somebody's like, it starts to, I was like, just, so then I go to being direct. Just tell me how much it fucking is. How long is it going to take? And what do I have to do?
Exactly.
That's it. You know, but there's other things that I'm just like.
It's because I feel like what I see is people try to be your best friend. They try to fill you with compliments.
Yes.
And then they try to sell you. And then they don't let you get off the damn phone.
Yeah.
Because that's like the old way of training. That's like a used car salesman mentality. But the way that I figured this out was honestly by scrolling with ads. Like I would see an ad, and if it made me want to buy that product, I'm like, oh, this ad is gold because why the fuck do I need collagen?
That is so true. I'm one of those.
I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought the spoiled child one, so we'll see when it comes in.
See, I've done the spoiled child shit too for your
it
hair.
work?
No, I did it for the hair because supposedly like it'll grow back, whatever. It doesn't work. Just so maybe the collagen will, but
I hope
the
so,
collagen
'cause I
almost got
bought
me.
it.
Man.
No, seriously. So just when you're scrolling and you see an ad that actually makes you want to buy it, what did this ad do? What emotion did it sell? What did it start off with? Did it start off with a problem? Did it start off with a solution? Did it start off with the result already and then go to the problem? Like, see what it made you want to buy it?
Yeah.
And then shift it to what the fuck you're selling.
You know, I just had last week on Wednesday, I had all these fucking meetings, right? And out of those meetings, there was 2 companies in particular that is to implement systems with my bookkeeping, right?
Yeah.
But out of those meetings that I had, 2 of them were kind of offering the same thing, but they were different in certain aspects.
Okay.
But when they were walking me through it, one of them was walking me through it and telling me like everything that I could fix. And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, right? Cool. Then the next meeting, they literally went into detail of like, look, have you ever struggled with this? And I was like, hell yeah. Well, look, this, you don't have to open up any other page. You don't even have to open your email anymore. Like you could do your payroll on there. You could send reminders on if you have somebody working for you, you send them the system and it's repeat, you know, copy paste for every single customer and you add what it is that you're doing for each customer. And I was like, what the fuck?
So they gave you the problem and then the solution to the problems.
Girl, that's a company I'm going with.
Yeah.
You know, even though the other one could do similar.
That's a sales tactic.
Yeah. But I was like, okay. Like, yeah. So they got me because of that. No. And I do, you know, and
it's
it has
not
to look
a
pretty.
bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not that these sales tactics are evil.
No.
It's just so many small businesses are struggling and they're not doing anything wrong. They are great providers and they're providing amazing results. But they don't know how to market themselves to put themselves in front of people. Or, you know, they don't know how to speak in front of the camera.
Oh, man.
And no one listens.
Yeah.
So you have to make people listen. You have to be so confident. Like, goes back to what we said in the beginning. You have to be confident in yourself because if you don't have that, what makes you think other people are going to believe in you? No one will.
Yeah.
So I feel like right now, I don't know, I guess maybe, why am I stalling? I feel like maybe it's just like, if I do this and I grow, it's just going to be another challenge. And I'm like, okay, am I ready for that challenge? Because it's going to grow into something else completely. And
because it's going to blow up and, you know, you're going to need either more people. You're going to need more manuals.
Yeah, I know that I don't have.
Yeah.
I am like the most like I have ADHD, so it's just like you do too, yeah. So I'm just like, no, it makes sense why you didn't have a script today.
Yeah. I can't do that shit. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I admire people who are very detail oriented and they have to write down everything because that's how Crystal is. And she's like, hey, Heather, let's get back to this. And that's what you have to do to grow and expand your business. You have to hire people who are not like you, who have different strengths. Mm-hmm. Because if not,
I have so many things like that I do, you know. And
I hate taking my medication though. Because
I took it today.
It makes me a zombie.
Yeah.
The only time that I'll do that is if I have to run like my profit and loss reports or I have to do ordering, inventory, things like that where I have to like sit and focus, then I'll do it. But if not, I like to be me.
Yeah. That, you know, I always go through that struggle and I'm glad that I'm not the only one because I think like everybody that I know maybe has ADHD, but nobody's medicated or nobody does the... You know, I go through the whole thing of like, I want to be medicated. And then there's times that I'm like, but I don't want to fucking be medicated. You know?
I think it just depends on, you know, your mood that day.
Right?
And I'm pretty sure that it's not good not to take it. But I feel like when I take it too much, I do turn, I just turn into a regular person.
Yes. You're transactional.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why
me.
I stopped. So because I've had years of where I go like I take it and then
you
I'm
go
like,
rogue.
Because I'm like, fuck this, like I'm done with this, I'm not doing this again, like I can't be me, you know, and I go through all these like emotions. And so then I stopped taking it. Like this last time, I think it's been a few months.
Yeah.
We went on vacation to Jamaica and then when we came back, like while we were out there, I didn't take it for shit.
Yeah.
Because I was having fun.
Because you're just living life.
Yeah. And it's fun and beach and
I feel like I am the most creative when I'm not on it. But to put those things in motion,
you have to
take it. Otherwise, things would not get done.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, I probably going to take it now to finish my marketing class.
I had to take it today because I was like, Crystal, you need to focus. You know? Like, and because I have other shit to do today too. So I know I have to focus.
Yeah.
But I think I've been without it since June.
Oh, wow.
And then, but then I've taken it maybe throughout these last couple months, maybe a total of 8-9 times.
Yeah.
But then I go into like, I don't want to do anything. And that fucking paralysis.
I do that too, where I'm in bed and I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
And like everybody's like, oh, Heather, you're so high energy. Like, there's sometimes you go into paralysis and you're just in bed and you're just sitting there.
And people think you're not even doing anything, but your mind is
mind, I'm exhausted because my mind is thinking about 30 things at the same second.
Yes. And there's nothing you could do about it because you want to do every single thing, but then you feel useless because you're just like...
Because you haven't started.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I've tried to combat that. So my son started football. Like, I really don't post my kids because I just feel... I used to post my kids all the time when I wasn't a business owner, when I didn't have, 50,000 people following me on TikTok and 20 on Instagram. But now that I have so many strangers following me that I really don't know, I just think posting kids is kind of, I'll post my daughter here and there. She's 18 now. Yeah. Here and there, I'll post her working, but I hardly post my children. But he started football. I take him at 6:30. So my boyfriend and I, after we drop him off, we'll go to the gym. And it's just a thing where if our alarm goes off, we try to get out of bed because if not... If we were to drop him off and go back home, our asses are going back to sleep, and we're just gonna sleep until So we don't want to do that. So we'll just go straight from there, just to keep your mind guessing. Yeah. Because if not, it's so easy, especially if you have any disabilities. Which I hate that word, disability.
Yeah.
I
tried to say superpower.
No, facts. Because honestly, how cool is it that I get to be able to think about 30 things at the same time?
Yeah. It's true.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like that damn Dr. Strange with all the prediction.
So the first time ever that I took Adderall and it started to work and I was like,
I could focus.
Yeah.
Where did all the thoughts go?
Yes. I was like, all these tabs, right? Like that's how I try to explain to people. It's like having Google open with like a million tabs and then
you don't even want to see my Safari.
Girl,
I'm pretty sure I have you beat.
I have, let me see.
Hold on, let me see how much I have. Girl.
See, this is why it's awesome when you meet other people who have ADHD.
Girl, I have 495 tabs open.
Yep, you beat me because I think mine stops telling me how many I have open because I end up closing them all when I see they're over 100. I hate not seeing a number. So after 100, I use Google. So after 100, it doesn't show you a number. It just shows you little dots. And I hate that.
Oh, I don't care.
So I take it off. So because I want to know how many tabs I have open. It's stupid because I don't need to know how many tabs I have open.
I think for me, I hyper focus on the business. I hyper focus on the salon and my clients, my kids, my family. That I have like over 10,000 emails, personal emails. Which isn't it weird how there's some stuff that I've never subscribed to that just happens? Yeah, 91,000. Oh, okay. You have me beat on the emails. You have me beat on the emails for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Because I have 16,000.
Oh, shit. And this is with me deleting like 1,000 last night.
Wow.
Like, I don't know how to get a hold of them.
Yeah. But I was going to say, I don't understand how they even get our stuff because there's some stuff I didn't subscribe to.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying.
Yeah.
I literally want to trash that one and start over fresh.
You're like, that's it. We're done.
We need a fresh email.
Yeah. I think that's what I was thinking of doing for the Beauty Bound podcast email. I'm like, fuck this, because we're getting all these like spam, like, oh, so-and-so would like to be on your podcast, but they're not even, I don't know.
Is it like bots?
Yeah. And I'm just like, bro, no.
Yeah. I get it. I'm so proud of you. This is amazing,
Thank you.
What made you have this idea?
So I've always wanted a podcast.
Yeah.
Always. Like since I started listening to podcasts, I thought it was like the coolest shit ever. I never knew exactly what it was that I wanted to do. But I was like, man, like I need to do it. None of my friends wanted to do it. When I would ask them, they didn't have time. And I'm just like, fuck, I don't either, but I'll make time, you know?
And that's the number one thing is you will find and you will make the time when there is something that you really want to do.
So I was like, fuck it. So then one of my clients who is now my friend, we were very early on, like, you know, her being my client, she was like, yeah, you know, I've been wanting to start a podcast. As soon as she said that, I was like, there's no way, Jackie. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, me too, but nobody ever wants to do it with me. I said, let's do it. She's like, for real? I was like, yeah. I started by the end of that week. She had found this.
You had the whole shit built.
So Matt, who was here earlier, he is the owner of Peachtree Rose Marketing. And so he also owns the podcast studio. He created this. So we came to look at it. And I remember I didn't even meet him. We met with one of the girls that used to work here. And I was like, okay, this is cool. So, you know, we kind of started talking, whatever. Then we met him and then he told us about how it would work. And we're like, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So then we started looking for a name. Our logo I just changed the logo for this season.
Bound.
Yeah. But it's always been Beauty Bound Podcast. So we both started it together, but her husband got not deployed. He got stationed somewhere else.
Is that why you have a flag in the microphone? Is that a flag in the microphone?
No. Oh shit, that does look like a flag.
It looks like that. The black flags that they have.
Oh man, you know, no, but that looks cool. See, I never saw that. No, so my logo, it just changed this time around because again, she left, so now it's just me. You know,
I'm gonna go live on Instagram. I've never gone live on Instagram. I don't even know how to do it. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, so now it's just me, and now it's this design, and it's a new season, and it's just me by myself. And she's going to start her. Yeah, so
she got deployed.
Yeah, her husband's now they're in North Carolina now.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is it, and I'm like excited to be doing this with guests now instead of just her and I.
Oh, so originally it was y'all two.
Yeah, it was just us two.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, us two for 4 seasons, and then this season it's all me. So it's a fresh start.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
I love that. And like you said earlier, seasons. And with so many things, you cannot get stuck in a season because seasons don't even last forever.
Exactly.
I think that is the hardest transition that I've had to make is rolling with the changes and the evolving and curating and just going forward and not getting stuck.
And you've done so good in evolving, you know. And like I said, I've been following you for a while now, and just my appreciation for you and just like with seeing you, you know, like it's that like damn, like it's an inspiration, honestly.
I guess when I do post, because I am getting new followers, I don't want to get lost. I don't want the old version of me to die out, like the gratitude, the appreciation, the love, the motivation. And yes, of course, the authenticity. However, like my come up story, I got to bond with so many of my followers because they did see me in the living room. They did see when my hair was a mess.
Yeah.
I never had time to go get my nails done, my lashes done, you know, because I was so invested in the business, not only financially, but physically. Like I ate, slept, and breathed teeth whitening.
Yeah.
You needed 9 a.m, I got you. You needed 9 p.m, I got you. You needed 6 a.m, I got you. Like I was just there because I was in it to win it. And so now that I do have some balance now, which everyone deserves, I just feel like in the beginning when you are starting a business, there is no balance, unfortunately. You have to go balls to the wall.
Anybody who says that you have to balance, there is no way. Unless you are, like you said, detail-oriented, maybe.
But even then,
I don't think there is balance. There's no way you could balance because your baby at that moment is that business.
Yeah.
Is the business that you're trying to grow because it's a legacy you're trying to leave for your children.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
So like now as I am posting and evolving and growing, I don't want to lose who I was, and I don't want, you know, miscommunication to come from me and my followers to be like, oh, like now she's like on her high. Or hell no. Like I'm still going to be the same fucking person. I'm still going to be goofy, ultimately grateful, humble, and appreciative for everything. And this is just the fucking beginning. So, you know, like it ain't no high horse. This is just like a little tip in the iceberg because it's gonna explode. It's only been 4 years.
Dang. See, and that's awesome because one of the things, like, obviously when you meet someone, you know, sometimes they say, like, you don't ever want to meet your heroes or the people that you look up to because sometimes when you meet them in person, they're not.
They let you down.
Yeah. And like, you know, today was the first time I met you in person and you're the same fucking person that I see. I'm like, you know, like you're not like standoffish. You're not none of that.
Yeah.
Like whoever they see online, that's who you are. And that's amazing.
I really did want to be me online because I'm not going to lie, girl. When I first started, I was very conservative. I was very reserved. And well, it's because I came from dentistry. So, you know, everything was super professional. But I realized, like, I wasn't me. And if I'm going to have a client come and see me, like, I want to be able to be me. Like, I did not start this whole business and invest all my time away from my children, my family, just so I could be a stuck-up bitch.
Yeah, no.
We ain't doing that. Like, I'll post a video, and either you're going to like it and book and come and see me, or you're going to be like, fuck this bitch and scroll. But either way, I would rather have that than have someone in my chair that doesn't vibe with me. And I will say, I am so blessed that, like, all the baddest bitches in San Antonio come and get their teeth whitened from me, whether they're 18 to 75. Like, because, you know, it's been, like, my clients are the warmest, dearest, compassionate, nicest people that I've ever met. It's just beautiful. Like it's honestly beautiful that I've met so many amazing people that they started off as clients that I consider friends now.
That's awesome.
And yeah, all the girls that come in, they're just amazing. I never have no hating ass bitches come.
See, I'm gonna have to book an appointment. You know, so I have to wear a freaking night guard in my retainers at night, right? And I always think, and my daughter, my 16-year-old, I have 4 kids. My 16-year-old, she has a retainer, and she's like, Mom, that means I'll never be able to wear the little tooth gems.
Oh,
and I was like,
they'll pop off.
Yeah, I said no because it'll cover it.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was like, I've been meaning to book, but then I'm like, fuck, I just wish I could get the fucking little things, but there's no way, right?
Yeah, so the aligners will pop them off, like if you put them on.
Yeah.
Don't worry, girl. You know how it is. People be like, I'm going to book soon. I'm glad I don't age with that.
Right? No, because it's like, I think as moms, we don't fucking...
It's hard.
Yeah, because I tried to sit there even, like, I used to be able to do my facials, like, constantly, you know, like every month. And then, like, my hair... I always did my own hair, and then I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done. Because I used to work behind the chair.
Yeah.
I was behind the chair. So I would just do it. And then I was like, I don't want to do it anymore. So I have a friend who does it for me, right? But I don't have time to book any of my shit anymore.
And that's why, like, now, well, Destiny starts at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I end at 7 p.m. And we're open on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Like, the only true day off we really have are Sundays. And even now, Mondays, we're going to start being open 2 days a week. So that way we can. And that is why when we talked about in the beginning, actually not only giving amazing results, but actually giving that service to making my clients feel special, down to like the little things. And there are things that we have in place like neck pillows, blankets, right? TVs,
yeah,
no.
That's awesome.
But I don't want to stop there. I'm like, I constantly tell Destiny and Crystal, like, what else can we add? I want our clients to feel like ultimate VIPs because this is like a break. This is an escape. And whenever we have our systems training, like, they're going to be trained to provide that service to make everyone feel special because I really feel everyone is special and everybody deserves to feel good. So ultimately.
Do I hear like, obviously I hear, multiple locations. Do I ever hear franchise?
That is the goal. So I actually get a lot of people asking if I do training, but I always ask the girls, like, do you really want to do teeth whitening or is it just because you want a business, So I actually put a pause on all of the trainings for individuals because I do want a franchise.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine like all over the nation. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I do want a franchise, but we got to get that system,
Obviously,
the workbook, the training down. But
attorneys,
it's just
because that's
hard.
when you have to get attorneys involved and all that. Yeah,
which I'm blessed. I have a lot of clients that are amazing attorneys, so
that's awesome.
We're good.
Yeah,
but it's just the fact of doing it my way because my way is the best way. My way is the only fucking way.
Yeah, you're like nothing else
my way or no way because you need to treat them fucking good and build these connections and grow with them and actually genuinely care.
Yes.
Because if you don't, then what's the difference between anybody else down the street? Like, no, you have to value your clients and your customers and not be rude and
and I feel
fully
like you're just
pour
like
into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people who you walk in or you walk up to them and they're just like, what do you want? Or
exactly.
What do you need?
And it's just like, why are you doing this? Why do you work here then?
Get out.
No, when someone comes into my salon, I'm like, hey, hi, It's just amazing. Like any body that comes into my salon, whether it's an appointment or a walk-in or just someone asking questions, like it still excites me. And I still get so excited about it. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So where can they find you? What are your socials, your website? Tell us all of that.
So my website is queenofthemouth.com. And then on socials, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok is just Queen of the Mouth.
Okay. And then she doesn't only just do teeth whitening in person, but she also sells kits.
Yes. I have my home whitening kit. So if you're not in San Antonio and you want to get that Hollywood smile from the comfort of your own home, you can definitely buy a kit online.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really cool because we have shipped to, last podcast I had shipped to every state. And then now I've shipped to Europe and Australia and Canada.
Shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, right? Yeah, when you see the different countries, I'm just like, man.
Shipping's a bitch, but it's all right.
It's okay.
I'm like, I got to ship to Italy.
Yeah, you're like, it's okay because I could show that now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's awesome.
But thank you so much for having me. It was so nice to meet you. Your studio is beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, agreeing to do this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been looking forward to it. I've been bragging about it to my kids and my husband. I was like, oh my gosh. So it's been really awesome to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope we get you back again when you're
I got
next
another location.
Yeah, to update us on what's going on with Heather.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Bye.